If you're doing 3 or more of these things right now, statistically, you're on track to be broke within 5 years. And the scary part? Most people have no idea they're doing them. These aren't just bad habits, these are mathematical predictions. Financial experts can literally calculate your future brokenness based on these patterns. A study tracking 10,000 people over a decade found that certain financial behaviors were 87% accurate in predicting future bankruptcy. 87%. And here's the kicker. Most of these red flags feel completely normal in the moment. Everyone does this, you tell yourself. Yeah, and everyone's broke. Financial advisors call these wealth killers, small decisions compounding into catastrophic outcomes. Death by 1,000 overdraft fees, if you will. So let's break down exactly what these red flags look like in real life, because recognizing them now might be the only thing standing between you and financial ruin. In the next few minutes, you'll spot the 7 patterns that financial planners say are basically flashing warning lights on your dashboard. And trust me, you'll recognize some of them. You'll understand why these aren't just bad with money issues, they're systematic wealth destroyers backed by decades of financial research. And most importantly, you'll learn the specific fixes, because awareness without action is just anxiety with extra steps. Red flag number 1. You make $60,000, $80,000, even $100,000 a year, and you're still broke 2 days before payday every single month. This isn't about poverty. This is about lifestyle inflation. Every raise you got, your spending grew to match it. Fancy dinners, nicer car, bigger apartment, subscription to literally everything. Financial planners say if you can't survive 3 months without your next paycheck, you're not middle class, you're high income poor, and that's where it starts falling apart. One emergency, car breaks down, medical bills, sudden job loss, and you're immediately in crisis mode, because despite the good salary, there's literally nothing in the bank. That's when the credit cards come out, the personal loans, the just this once that becomes a permanent debt spiral, all because there was no buffer. The fix? Pay yourself first, even if it's just $50 a paycheck. Open a separate savings account you don't touch. Let it grow slowly, because boring safety beats exciting broke every time. Red flag number 2. You've never not had a car payment. You pay off one car and immediately lease or finance another. Your car payment is as permanent as rent. Here's the brutal math. The average car payment is now $750 a month. Over 6 years, that's $54,000. Plus interest, you're paying $60,000 for a car worth $35,000. And the second you drive it off the lot, it loses 20% of its value. Congratulations, you just paid $60,000 for something worth $28,000. That's not a purchase, that's financial self-sabotage. Meanwhile, wealthy people, they drive paid-off used cars because they understand that a car is literally the fastest depreciating asset you can buy. It goes down in value the second you own it. But you're thinking, I need a reliable car. Used cars are risky. Okay, then buy a 3-year-old certified pre-owned. Let someone else eat that first depreciation hit. And here's the real secret. If you can go even 2 years without a car payment, that $750 a month becomes your investment fund. That's $18,000 toward actual wealth. The fix? Pay yourself first. When your car's paid off, keep making the payment to yourself. Drive it 2 more years, then use that cash to buy your next car outright. Break the cycle. Red flag number 3, you're 28, 32, 35 years old with 0 in retirement accounts. I'll start investing when I make more money, you say, except you've been saying that for 6 years. Let me show you what that procrastination costs. If you invest $300 a month starting at 25, by 65 you'll have about $1.2 million. Start at 35, you'll have $470,000. Same money, 10 years later, you lose $730,000. That's not a typo. Compound interest is literally magic, but only if you start. Every year you wait, you're throwing away tens of thousands of dollars of free money. Future you is screaming at present you right now. But you're thinking, $300 a month? I don't have that. Okay, start with $50. Start with $25. Hell, start with $10. The amount matters less than starting now. Companies literally offer free money through 401k matching. That's a 100% instant return. You're turning down a guaranteed double your money deal because you'll start later. That's insane. Time in the market beats timing the market. You don't need to be rich to start. You need to start to get rich. That's literally the whole secret. The fix: open a Roth IRA or 401k this week. Set up automatic contributions, even $25 per paycheck. You'll never miss it, and in 30 years, you'll thank yourself. Just start. Red flag number 4, you've got $8,000 in credit card debt and you're making minimum payments, which means you'll be paying it off for 22 years while paying $18,000 in interest. Credit card companies designed minimum payments to keep you in debt forever. It's not helping you, it's helping them extract maximum profit from your life. You're literally funding their bonuses. Here's what they don't tell you. If you pay just $50 more per month, $210 instead of $160, you'll pay it off in 4 years instead of 22 and save $14,000 in interest. $50. But you're thinking, I'll just pay it off when I get my tax refund. And then the refund comes and suddenly you need a vacation or a new TV, and the debt stays. Meanwhile, that $8,000 in debt is costing you about $140 a month in interest alone. That's $1,680 a year. You're literally lighting on fire for absolutely nothing. And every time you swipe that card, just for emergencies, you're resetting the clock. Your emergency fund shouldn't cost you 24% interest to access. The fix: debt avalanche or snowball method. List all your debts, pay minimums on everything, throw every extra dollar at the highest interest rate. Cut up the cards if you have to. This debt is stealing your future. Red flag number 5, your go-to response for stress, bad days, or boredom is shopping. You treat yourself so often that treats have become your baseline budget. Let's be real, you deserve a lot of things: financial security, retirement, an emergency fund. But somehow those never win against the instant gratification of a $200 shopping spree. Retail therapy isn't therapy, it's procrastination with a price tag. That dopamine hit lasts about 6 hours. The credit card bill lasts 6 months. And here's the kicker: you don't even remember half of what you bought 6 months ago, but you're still paying for it. Future you is paying for present you's bad mood. The treat yourself culture is literally designed by marketers to make you feel guilty for not spending money. It's manipulation, not self-care. Real self-care is having money in the bank so you don't panic when the car breaks down. That's treating yourself, not another pair of shoes you'll wear twice. The fix: the 48-hour rule for anything over $50. If you still want it 2 days later and it fits your budget, buy it. Most of the time, though, you'll forget about it completely. Red flag number 6, you genuinely have no idea where your money goes. Like if I asked you right now how much you spent on food last month, you'd just guess, and you'd be wrong by $400. You don't track spending, don't check your bank balance until it's too late, and definitely don't have a budget. Budgets are restrictive, you say. Cool, so is being broke. Meanwhile, every subscription service on Earth is quietly draining $15, $12, $20 from accounts you don't even check. That's $500 a year for stuff you forgot you signed up for. And you avoid looking at your credit score like it's going to give you bad news. Spoiler, it is bad news. But knowing is better than the surprise when you try to buy a house or car. You know that feeling of dread when you check your account after a weekend out? That's your brain telling you you're in denial. Numbers don't lie. You do, to yourself. The average person overspends by 20% because they don't track anything. They feel like they're doing fine until overdraft fees hit. Feelings aren't facts. The fix: 15 minutes every Sunday reviewing spending. Track every dollar for 1 month, just once. You'll be horrified, then you'll be informed, then you'll be in control. Red flag number 7. You don't have life insurance, disability insurance, or a will because you're young and healthy, and that stuff is for old people. Yeah, so is dying broke. Here's the thing about emergencies: they're not planned. That's why they're called emergencies. And without insurance, one accident can bankrupt you instantly. But insurance isn't sexy, it doesn't get Instagram likes, so people spend $100 a month on food delivery but won't spend $30 on disability insurance. Priorities. And if something happens to you without a will, the government decides who gets your stuff and your kids. Not you, the government. Still think it can wait? The fix: 1 afternoon. That's all it takes. Get a basic term life policy, sign up for disability insurance through work, create a simple will online. Done. Future you will sleep better. Here's the honest truth. If you're doing 4 or more of these, you're statistically on track to be broke in 5 years. Not because you're bad with money, but because these patterns mathematically lead there. The good news, you caught it now. 5 years is enough time to completely turn this around. But only if you start today. Not Monday, not next month, today. Pick one red flag from this list, just one, and fix it this week. Pay an extra $50 on credit card debt. Open a retirement account. Track spending for 7 days. Small steps, massive compounding results. Share this with someone who needs it. We all know that person living paycheck to paycheck, making $80,000 a year. Help them see the patterns before it's too late. The next 5 years are happening whether you change or not. You can be broke and wishing you'd listened, or you can be building wealth and glad you started. It's literally up to you. Choose wisely.